Hey guys, here's some more Marauder PvP. Still getting some gear, still working on this guy. He's got like 3 or 4 pieces of Battle Master now. But I wanted to talk about leaving and quitting Warzones. Especially in this match, even giving up in Warzones. It drives me crazy when, people just give up for no reason. I kind of see if you're outnumbered, 3 to 8, and you just go to the one base you have and just kind of guard it and maybe do a little PvPing around it until you get full up and then go out and push. But particularly in this map, these guys, they waited till about halfway through and then they just stopped attacking. And I've been in matches on particularly this map that there's great comebacks. I mean, if you try the whole way through, you can recover from, let's say one team has 100%, one has 50. You can overcome that. You can even overcome you having 30 and the other team having 100. I've been in matches that have ended with 2%, and one team swung that far from 100 down the 2% and barely pulling it off. So I can't believe people would just give up on these maps. It kind of defeats the purpose. Like, why are these people PvPing? I mean, I'm PvP to win, of course, but also PvP to PvP and to have fun. Like, I'm never just gonna like give up during a match because I'm outnumbered or we're just getting, destroyed. If it's something, I'm not talking about ridiculous situations where it's like 3 on 8, you're just getting massacred. I understand you like sitting back guarding a node, but you would think in like a situation like this, they've already really given up. I mean, they have a few people over at the Western, they have a few people going mid, they're not even really trying. They're not even trying to group up. And I don't know if it's just a pug thing, or just sometimes you get a lot of new players that just don't really care, that just want to fight. But I can't believe people just give up so easy in these war zones. Like, they must not be PvPing for the same reasons I'm PvPing, to have fun and enjoy it. Like, I would rather have a really close game and lose that game than, to win a game by a blowout like this. Like, I had some other footage I didn't get to show y'all, but we won by like 6% on this map. And it was just a crazy seesaw, went from like 60-30, 30-30, and it was just a really good game. And both teams just would never give up. Even though the other team was down, they kept fighting it out. They may have been outnumbered in certain situations when they, tried to go take our base, but they still kept doing it. And eventually they almost won. If it wasn't for a really good comeback on our part, we ended up going 10% down and then coming back to win. So particularly this map, I mean, you should never give up. You should never just, oh, I'm going to go guard our base. I mean, I've seen some teams do some really risky strategies and wait till they got about 50% down and then rush all one base and leave a base exposed. I mean, you got to try something desperately. I mean, it's just ridiculous that people just want to sit at a base, 2 or 3 people guarding. I mean, that's just giving up. And I guess they're just in war zones to get gear and the grind. And I guess they see themselves getting massacred as going in there for a good fight. But that's not how I view PvP. I'm there to, make a good name for myself. Like, I want the a good rep on my server, like being a hard fighter, or, not giving up, or going in there, outnumbered and taking a base over. But yeah, people are just getting too soft nowadays. I mean, just particularly the MMO player. I could be wrong. I could be seeing this from a different perspective, but it just feels like the MMO player now is just soft and wants everything handed to them, and just wants it like gifted to them on a platter, and they don't want to have to work for anything. I mean, I don't know if I'm just old school because I played like SWG and really old MMOs, how PvP used to be. It used to be about the fun of it and the like proving your worth. It didn't used to be about gear or anything of that matter, or comms. Because right now people just kind of, when they see they're not gonna win, they just kind of give up and say, oh, I'm gonna get my 60 comms, or oh, I'm just gonna quit because we're getting destroyed and I don't want to be on a losing team. I mean, you can still go in there and get a few kills and still be productive on these matches even though you're getting destroyed. It just, that never give up attitude. And that's why what PvP is for me. You know, it's really fun, and I don't want to be just a quitter and just give up. I want to have good gameplay. I don't care if I win or lose. I want it to be really close and fun. Um, Big blowouts are just not fun, and that's a lot of times I have more fun when I'm running with pug groups than I do with like a pre-made, just for the fact that it just, you never know what's going to happen. It's not really stable at any time. It could just swing victory loss, particularly this map. I know I'm talking about this map a lot, but I love the idea of holding the two bases. It makes for massive comebacks, and that's why, like, I'm really encouraging people not to get that attitude that you see like these players doing in this video and just giving up and just not try anything, just sit in the base. I end up telling the guys in the group, like, let's group up, let's go over there and fight them. I mean, it's just stupid to just, well, we're just going to sit back and get a victory. We're here to, PvP. We're not here to cap, nodes, That's how I view it. So we go in here for a last hurrah, even though we're winning, but they're just sitting there, guarding the node, giving up 3 people. I don't know what happened. People could have left. They could have been outnumbered. But I'm just using this game as an example. And you see there's a stealth guy sitting there in the corner. There's like 6 people right here. So I don't know what the deal is. Why people do this and just give up. Especially on a map like this. I mean, just amazing comebacks can happen. I make it see that on, like, Alderon, and you're down 500 to 100. There's just no way you're gonna win. So everybody just decides, let's group up on our base, and just ride it out because we just got murdered. But I'm not talking about situations like that. I'm talking about really close situations. I mean, you saw these guys gave up. Like, basically, when they were at 50%, they were just done. They just stopped coming, and we just kind of waited. But even then, especially in this game, I still ran over to their node to get good fights because that's what I want to do. I don't want to just sit around capping bases. But let me know what you think about quitting and people just giving up in the war zones. It's just driving me crazy how people do this, and they just, I don't know, maybe just a different style of PvPer than the rest of the people that just grind gear. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I think another thing that would fix this is put in some kind of deserter buff, so then people wouldn't quit and they would really fight it out hard. I really think that needs to be implemented. That'd be something that would clear this up a little bit better, but still, I wish people wouldn't give up so easy. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll have some more gameplay coming out soon.